And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. And this one is incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Desperation time. Vick on 4th down. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Time for a break. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll look to throw. Eluding the play. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Morgan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. Have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
The quick slant caught. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Michael Vick, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Lewis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. Back to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. That'll
go as a loss of 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mariota to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Mariota, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. But how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get.
Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Madden Legends and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime. But for now, it's my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley from 3 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
23 yards on the play. First down, Vic. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Shelby in there to bury him for a loss of 11. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother under pressure again, and down he goes again. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Tough spot for the Legends now after the sack as Vic leads them up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Shelby in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Vic on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Tough spot for the Legends now after the sack as Vic leads them up 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now Vic on 4th down. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He gets it to Brown, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Vic to throw it. And this will be a touchdown. Randy Moss, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. What a game this has turned out to be, and what a touchdown right there.
How about when scheme and talent match up? Because they absolutely had to have that when they had to find their way into the end zone to take the lead. They get it to their wide receiver. He gets that done for them. And now they get to look at their defense and say, guys, make it stand up.
Now, that's the only way it would have been more ideal is if you put it in the end zone with 1 second or 0 seconds on the clock, but beggars can't be choosers.
Not at all. And whose heart wants to deal with that anyway? Go ahead and score while you've got the opportunity.
Here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Throwing now is Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now Ryan. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 45 yards. Here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. And this one is right through. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken at the 3. Out now come the Legends. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. On 2nd down, Vic again. Dancing to his left. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you.
And the offense getting set as they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run.
Now out of the gun. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Vick now from the 50. Flushed out right. Shrugs the tackle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Drops it off for Coleman. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Pass incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Deidron Sinnott. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Michael Vick sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Ware in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Back to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
He's back to throw. Floating one, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at all. Use them now.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 45 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Powers through. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 1 yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
On first down, Ryan. This complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's to the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. And they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. And Bryant's kick is good. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important.
And the offense getting set as they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Ryan. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DeMarcus Ware, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you're running out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You'd end up having to take 3 there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides try to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down. Vick now. And he caught over the middle by Moss. Give him 30 yards there. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Able to shake, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Vic Beasley. Able to drop him for a loss of 4.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Vick. He'll get this one off to Sanders. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now. Back now at Soldier Field. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Freeman. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And that's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they can get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Anthony Barr. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Madden legends heading back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of the team.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. 45 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Vic operating on first down. Flush to his right. Going deep for Eifert. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 36 yards. And the Madden legends have broken the tie. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he spins past him and into space. And now he bowls him over. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ryan. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Hey, let's go! Hey, go!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A give running left. It's Sanders. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Geno Atkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Throwing now is Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the
you